Hi guys, welcome back. I wanted to give you an update on how my autumn-winter seed raising is going because it's already very interesting. There's a lot going on that I would never ever had noticed if someone hadn't taught me how to look for this. In this video, I'm going to take you through how everything is growing 12 days after I sowed my first seeds. I'm also going to explain what on earth am I doing putting potatoes on my seedling tray like that. I promise I'm not crazy. We'll talk you through some big problems I'm having already with those little fungus gnats, why they actually are a problem, what they're doing, and all the weird things that I've discovered just in the last few days. Most importantly, how to fix them. I'm pretty sure what he's doing is actually just putting eggs all through there. Her. I should stop her. So in a nutshell, I sowed a whole lot of seeds. I'll take you through what they are in a sec and how they've sprouted. I'm also trying out a new seed raising method using these little trays, hoping to create seedling plugs, really easy to plant, and also hoping to use the hydroponic method. Well, within 3 days, I had my first sprouts, as in quite a lot, and I was quite excited. And then the second lot actually have taken a long time to come up. I noticed a few of those little gnats flying around. I didn't think that was a problem. I've had them in the past. Yes, some of my seedlings would start growing and then they would die, but I never really understood why. Now that I've looked closer, I've actually realized that I have fungus gnat maggots all through my soil. So I've been on a little deep dive with the help of an entomologist, and here's everything that I wish I knew earlier about fungus gnats, particularly when you're growing from seed. The flies, they're the adults. Most videos you see on YouTube will talk about ways to control these little flies, like sticky traps, but the flies are actually harmless, and if you've spotted them, they've probably already laid eggs. That's the problem, because one single adult female can lay up to 300 eggs. In the right conditions, those eggs hatch in just 3 days. You're left with hundreds of almost invisible fungus gnat larvae. Almost invisible, but not quite if you know what to look for. Larvae, plural, larva, singular. Larva just means the youngest stage of an insect's life. For example, butterflies. The larvae are the caterpillars. When you talk about flies, the larvae are maggots. Some maggots are actually beneficial. Story for another day. Not these guys. These guys eat a bunch of things, including seedling roots. If your roots are already strong and developed, it's not such a big problem. But if your roots are tiny, big problem. Also, they can spread plant diseases. Great. So there's your crash course. Now, back to what I actually found and how to fix the problem. When we were filming the first video planting these seeds, I talked to you about the method I used to label them. I put little wooden sticks in to label them. Well, those little labels were starting to rot, and in the past, sometimes they've rotted, sometimes they haven't. And the ones that have rotted have often been a sign of, something else going on in my soil. So I took a closer look, and when I zoomed right in, I could actually see these tiny white translucent things stuck all over the little wooden popstick labels. I probably wouldn't see this with my bare eyes, so if you want to have a look at yours and at your soil, what I would actually recommend, unless you've got a great magnifying glass, is to use your phone. If you've got a smartphone that zooms right in, make sure your focus is really clear first, and then zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Often the video setting will actually zoom in more than the photo setting, and that is often a really good way of having a look at what's happening under there. So I pulled out these labels one at a time, and every single one I looked at had these tiny little translucent maggots on it. So is that a problem? Well, it will be a problem. Ordinarily, I wouldn't know they were there until I spotted them flying around, but in those numbers, that actually is enough of a problem to really harm my delicate little seedlings. So I guess the real question now is, what in the world are we going to do about it? We being me. Luckily, I had an expert come to my house a few days ago and tour my entire garden, assessing it for insects, pests, beneficials, etc. And he gave me some tips on gnats. He said, one, that gnats actually are attracted to yellow, so to use the sticky labels that you can buy from lots of different places. I didn't have any, so I thought I'd make one and see if that worked. Clearly it hasn't worked yet. So I'm gonna go and buy the proper ones. I'll give that a go. I have also ordered some Bacillus thuringiensis different type. So basically it's a bacteria. It's like the caterpillar one, but it is specifically designed for mosquitoes and fungus gnats. So it's a bacteria that only mosquitoes and fungus gnats will die if they eat it. It's often called mosquito bits or mosquito dunks. It's that same active ingredient, a bacteria that mosquitoes and fungus gnats won't survive if they consume it. So I'm going to try that. If you guys are interested, I have put a link to all these things in the description, or you can wait 6 months for an update and I'll tell you if any of it works. I'm gonna try this potato trick. I read online, if you put potatoes on top of your soil, that can kind of like attract the larva and draw it to the top. It's wet, moist, organic material. The theory is they should then hang out on the underside of that so I can lift it up, and if I see them under there, then I'll know that the larva's in there and potentially problematic. So is that gonna work? Who knows? We'll give it a go. I also know that you can buy beneficial insects that eat the larva. I've already actually reached out to them to see if I can get some of those. It might seem a bit extreme, but we've got plenty of houseplants in here and all of them get the little gnats and they're annoying. So if I can knock it off once and for all, that would be fabulous. And there's not much point eliminating them from here if I've got the little gnats flying around elsewhere, because they're just gonna come back and lay their eggs again. So maybe I should try buying beneficial insects. Okay, so pretty sure I've just caught this guy in the act. I'm pretty sure what he's doing is actually just putting eggs all through there. And I should stop him. Her. I should stop her. But I'm fascinated. Oh dear. Okay, so that's not actually what you came here for. So let's talk about how my actual seedlings are going. So you can see Brussels sprouts at the end here. They have virtually all sprouted. The sprouts have sprouted and they're doing well. Romanesco here. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're virtually all sprouted. Also doing well. Beetroot. Only one of my beetroot has sprouted. That happened pretty early on, and none of the others have since poked through. Red cabbage. None of the red cabbages have poked through. Kohlrabi. Only got 2 of those so far. Broccoli. Again, only 2 of the broccolis. Purple broccoli, only 1 of those. And no spinach yet. Spinach does tend to take a bit longer. On the other side, let's have a look what's happening here. So interestingly, my peas and sugar snap peas, this one sprouted very early and is now very tall. The others didn't, so I thought, are they dud seeds, and is there just one that's actually sprouted? This one has since poked up, and that is a seed that clearly got lost. It's supposed to be somewhere else. I haven't given up on the rest of the snow peas and sugar snap peas yet, because yeah, in the last few days these ones have started to come through. This is the first pea to have sprouted. That one's a sugar snap pea. I clearly didn't have the light on that straight away. So you can see if you don't get the light on straight away, it just keeps reaching. So it looks tall, and you might think it's doing better than the others, but not necessarily. It's sort of leggy and reaching for sun. This one is much shorter, but I would say that one is healthier than that one, and that would be because that had the light on it as soon as it sprouted. Purple kale here hasn't come through. Lettuce, nada. Lettuce, nada. Lettuce. These little guys don't look quite so impressive. What is that? What are you doing up there, and how the hell did you get there? It's another one of those little fungus gnat larva things. I have also started a whole lot of other new seeds today. So what have we got here? I've put in coriander, sweet pea flowers, leek, purple broccoli. I've got those growing on the other side too, but they haven't had a great germination rate so far, so I figure I'll do some more to be safe because something's fallen out there, so that will be a special surprise, no idea. Sugar snap peas and more normal peas. I figure you can't have too many. This time I'm not going to keep the base wet. I'm just going to water from the top, at least for now, and at least until I get the gnat problem under control. And I'm going to keep a very, very close eye on these for any signs of the gnat. I'm also going to be putting potatoes on top to monitor for the little larva. I'm also pretty sure my seed saving methods are not up to scratch. In fact, I know my seed saving methods are not up to scratch. While many of these seeds are brand new, I haven't gone to a great deal of effort to actually make sure they're kept in a cool, dry space. In fact, sometimes I leave my seed packets outside. It's exactly what you're not supposed to do. So I'm going to be working a whole lot better at storing my seeds properly, and I'm probably going to have to go through and test a whole lot of them using the paper towel method to see if they're actually still good or if I need to ditch them and start again. So here's the moment of truth. It has been just one night since I put these on, and is there anything there? 1, 2, 3. Just on that one. There's 1, 2. Oh no, there's another one. 3. And this one. Yep. That one too. Well, I guess the potato trick's not such a bad one. What do you think, Sauce? Just having some homegrown cucumber there, straight off the vine. I know, you've been sharing it with me, haven't you? If you want to follow these guys through until they are hopefully big, strong seedlings, and if you want tips and inspiration on what to grow in Australia, if you just want to check out someone else's garden, we do tours all the time, hit subscribe. And also hitting the like button just helps other people find this video. If you're wanting to know what to watch next, come watch some of those other fascinating insect videos that we shot with Dr. Paul Horn. Links in description.